Hey everyone. Hey, it's been a while since I did a video, but I got something in today that I was so excited about that I just had to share it. I got in the C64 Ultimate, and I've seen a couple of other videos out, uh, but all the ones I've seen so far were on the Starlight Edition, and I ordered the Beige. So for anyone of you who may have ordered the Beige, I wanted to share it for you. So the outside box is pretty plain, but that's just the shipping box. Although they did have some nice touches on the shipping box that I noticed. Like, I don't know if you saw the manufacturer, but the manufacturer is Moss Technology, which when they bought the rights to the Commodore brand from all the different companies and consolidated that, my understanding is they also got access to the Moss brand name as well, which is pretty cool. Oh, all right. Put that aside. Let's see. All right, so that's the box. And I got the Beige, but they had a Founders Edition in gold. Most of the people I've seen so far have had the Starlight, but I don't know, the color transparency thing just didn't really do it for me. I like the old original, so that's what I went with. I'm going to be replacing my current Commodore, which you can see here. So I've got a 1702 monitor, and I've got it hooked up. I use an S-video cable, and I go into an S-video switch, and then I come out of the S-video switch, and I convert it back to Chroma Luma for the monitor. And that has worked out really, really well. It looks fantastic. I got a nice, original Commodore cover to keep on it, keep it nice and clean. And I also use Gideon's Ultimate 1541 Ultimate 2 cartridge, not the 2 Plus, the older 1541 Ultimate 2. And I have wanted an upgrade to this card or getting one of his Ultimate 64 boards for a long time. Many, many years I've wanted one and just never pulled the trigger on it. But I'm actually going to be doing that now because this one has that board in it, which was a big part of the reason why I wanted it. So with the old card, I could just push the button and I could select, an image, mount it up, run it, etc. So, all that's worked great for a long time. And I use these Hyperkin Trooper joysticks. These are really, really good joysticks. If you like the old, Atari 2600 style sticks, these work for left and right-handed folks. I'm right-handed, so the normal ones always worked well for me. But man, these sticks feel really, really good. They got super long cables. They're just fantastic. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and unhook this. We'll get it moved out of the way, and then we'll put the new Commodore right there. I will find a good place for that. It'll set aside somewhere. Sorry about all the dust we've we've been doing. Moved into a new house, and we've been doing a lot of remodeling, and they've been doing drywall work and whatnot, so it's got a lot of dust everywhere. All right, make sure it's in frame. Oh yeah, in frame. All right, let's see what we got. Oh, looks like we got trying to be careful. I don't want to damage the box any more than I have to. I've got my original Commodore 64 box up there on the shelf, and I would really like to keep this one as well. Ooh, that's not good. This cardboard is quite thin. Okay, all right. Managed to without too much damage. A little bit of damage there, so be really careful unboxing this. If you end up wanting one, and if you like to keep the boxes, which I'm pretty sure if you're ordering this sort of thing, you probably do. get a little welcome to your Commodore. That's pretty cool. Let's take a look at this first. I'm going to bring the other Commodore back over here real fast once we get it out. One thing that was different with this one was it uses the different color function buttons. And these were authentic. You know, there were Commodores that were made with this color. I just never owned one. The ones that I owned always had the darker color buttons, which is what I like. I don't think I can swap them, but that's okay. Oh, look at that scent. That's really cool. Oh, wow, it looks good. Oh, it looks really good. I think there's a little protective film on this, it looks like. I'll get that off in a minute. Ooh, keyboard feels really good. It's not, I think it's a micro switch keyboard, but there's no click. So like the original keyboard, let me bring it back over here real quick. Color is really close. I mean, if you consider that that my original one is what, 40 years old now? 30, 40? 30 and some change years old now. And discoloration, that is a pretty close match. The keys on the keyboard, there's a little more kind of a matte sort of look to them, and like a texture on them. That's feels a little different than the original. But the keyboard feels good. Not exactly the same sound, but yeah, what a great feel. I really wish I could put these keycaps on here. I don't think I can, but I might try. Let's see if I can do that. But I don't think, I seriously doubt they'd be the same type of keycaps, but this will work great. And for ports, it's pretty much like an original C64. You've got your two joystick ports. Power button's a little different because it has multiple functions. The power input's obviously different with the little barrel jack there. But it has the same cartridge port. In place of the RF, you get an audio out. The video cable works just like the old one, so that's great. I should be able to just plug it right into my video cable I was using. The serial port works, so you can hook up external drives and such. The cassette port, the user port is gone. There's an internal header that you can pass a cable through if you still want to use the user port, but in place of that, you get HDMI, Ethernet, and a couple of USB ports. So we're going to hook up the video and one joystick. And the joystick ports are metal. That's really interesting. They're plastic on the original C64, so having those in metal is quite nice. It comes with a nice HDMI cable, which I don't need that. It comes with the very second cassette, and this is actually a USB drive. Shaped like a cassette, and it's got some software on it, some demos and such. Looking forward to that. Some very cool stickers. Oh man, I really like those. Those will go in my sticker bag. I have a pack of stickers that I collect them over time, so I'll probably put these in with those. But for right now, I'm just going to keep them with the Commodore box at the moment. And then we get a power supply. If I can get it out of here. The box is sort of glued in to the interior box, so it doesn't just slip out. Let's see. It looks like it has multiple adapters for different countries. So they've got a handful of different adapter types, and it's translucent. So instead of making it black, apparently they made it translucent to match the Starlight model, which is fine. It's kind of out will be under the desk anyway and not really visible, so that doesn't much matter to me. Okay. So let's wrap that up there real quick. It also comes with manuals, and we'll take a look at those in a second. Let's see. I'll just plug it in right here for now. All right. Ooh, barely got it. Okay. Oh. Saw flash. That switch feels really interesting. See if I can get up there. Okay. First thing I'm noticing is it looks like it's in black and white, which is really interesting. That could be from going through this video adapter and into the and then back to Chroma-Luma. I might have to hook up my old Chroma-Luma cable and see if that is still the case. Yeah, it's in black and white. And there could be something in the instructions about it as well. Video setup. Oh, it's set for PAL at the moment. Let's go to NTSC. And this video. Maybe you have to power cycle it after you change it, I don't know. No. And the monitor's not really liking. The monitor went back to power. NTSC. Page down menu, nav. No. There we go. All right, now we got it. Now we're cooking with gas. So, little odd on that. You have to hold Shift cursor to go back, and that's what saves the changes. So, but if you hit cursor forward, then it changes the selection to the next item. So that's a little quirky, but it looks like we're good there. I do not have any media in it at the moment. I'm going to take my SD card and install it in here, but you do have to open it up to do that. So I might do that in just a second. First, we'll take a look real quick. So it comes with a manual, which I think is excellent. Let's take a look at the manual real fast, and then I will I'll pull my SD card out of my 1541 Ultimate and we'll put it in here. So, manual. Very nice. Good, nice full color shots. My understanding is it's got some programs in here you can type in. Teaches you about BASIC, teaches you how to use the various peripherals and whatnot. Networking and all that. Really cool. So compared to an original C64 manual, here's the original manual. And yeah, definitely in the spirit of it. A little larger, obviously full color shots now. And it probably includes a lot of information from like the 1541 manual, I would assume, is probably in here as well, which is really cool. So that'll be nice. Let's turn this off real quick. My understanding is you hold the button, the toggle down for 3 seconds, and it powers off. So I'm gonna disconnect it real quick. Let's see what we got. Yeah, just a standard 3 Phillips head screws, and we'll be in. Those are in there pretty good. All right. Those are in there pretty good. Just a second. Just had to break them loose. Needed a little more leverage. I was trying not to push too hard down with it just on the flat desk like that. That didn't feel like it was. Didn't want to scratch it up or anything. Okay. All right, got the 3 loosened up now. Let's take a look inside. Probably gonna end up dropping these screws. The middle one is not quite undone yet. I don't know if they come out because they haven't actually fallen out. That's interesting. And they didn't come out with the tip of my screwdriver. It's opened. They may have them set where they stay in the case. Or I just didn't have them screwed nearly far enough. They're a lot longer than I thought. Okay, they're a lot longer than I thought. Okay, that's what it was. And then they fall right up. Okay, so inside the machine, let's take a look at that real quick. There is a cable here, USB-C cable, that hooks up the keyboard to the Ultimate. Yep, USB-C, and then there's a header here for the, looks like for the LED. Yep, the LED. We'll disconnect that. Set that aside. Ooh, hate setting that down like that. Here's what the inside looks like. It's signed by a lot of the original design team. It's an FPGA based system. And you can install 2 SIDs in here if you want to install them. You can mix them, from my understanding, which is kind of cool. Otherwise, it will emulate it in FPGA, which is what I'm going to do for now. And then there's the SD card slot right here. So let's grab the card from 1541. There we go. All right. Got that. So I got the card from my 1541. And it's a 2 gig micro SD. I mean, any super tiny card would be fine. Now that is really hard. That is a terrible angle. Because you got the edge of the case right here, where, you know, so it kind of gives you a bad angle when you're trying to insert it. And it looks like, is that's right, okay. Never want to put too much force on any of that stuff. Okay, now let's put that together real quick. They give you a lot of room on that LED cable. That is a lot of room. Not so much on the USB-C. The USB-C is a bit tighter. Okay. Didn't quite close right. This back of the case is up a little bit. Yeah, it didn't quite catch. There's a little like you hook it in the back in these little clips, and then it sets down. All right. I will find the screws in just a moment. I won't waste your time with that. Let's take a look and see if we can load something up real quick. Yeah, that looks really good. I gotta say, I mean, it looks fantastic, but it doesn't really look any better than my original C64 did. My original looks fantastic as well. This menu is way better. A lot more control and a lot more stuff that I can do here. Okay, good. So it reads it fine, just like it did before. We will load up one of my favorite games of all time. It was the first game that I had for my Commodore 64 when I got it for Christmas back in 86, 87, one of those years. Mail Order Monsters. And this is a single disc version of Mail Order Monsters. If you've ever tried to get it running in the emulators, it's really tough to get it working with all the disc flopping and all that. It's got a lot of disc swapping in it. But someone, I do not know the name, I found the file years ago, but someone created a single disc version that also has your save files on it and everything. And I think this same team also did Ultima 3 Gold and maybe Ultima 4 as well. There's the other one. All right, so I found all my screws. That's good. I won't lose those. Just kind of keep all this stuff together. Wasn't even expecting this thing to come in today. I knew it was kind of en route, but I did not know it was going to arrive today. It showed up and surprised me. Got it here. Uh-oh. I think it might not load Mail Order Monsters. Well, that's going to be interesting. I may end up keeping my old original C64 hooked up after all. Okay. That makes me curious if it will also load the Ultima 3 Gold. Because the Ultimate 3 Gold is also a single disc conversion by that same group. So for this unit, I may end up having to go back to the old 2-disc version of Mail Order Monsters with a save disc. But man, that one's that's kind of a pain. It's got the drive noises. There's an internal speaker, so you can hear the 1541 drive noise. That's a nice touch. Beige looks really good. You did a great job on the case. It looks. I mean, if I was to just walk up on this and not know better, I would just think it's an original C64 at first. You know, until I looked around at the ports and whatnot. until I hit shift lock. Shift lock doesn't lock. And you know, the keyboard feel kind of gives it away. But yeah, there's touches on here obviously that would give it away pretty quick. But I felt like the beige would fit in better with my 1702 than doing the Starlight and having it be like a complete contrast to the 1702. If I had a different monitor type or like a more modern monitor, like the Checkmate monitor or something like that, then I might have done the Starlight, but this is a C64 to me. Okay, so this one will load. All right, that's good. Because this is another one of those games that, there's a lot of, disc swapping. So I really, really like having the single disc version of this. And I assume my latest save file is probably still here and all that because it would have been on the SD card. So it's on the image, on the disc image. I just started a new campaign on this one, so I'm like barely, still at the very beginning. Very cool. All right. Little bummed about the Metal Gear Monsters. Not gonna lie, but that's a small thing. I'll figure that out. This is another favorite game, Star Post. I don't see this game a lot. It was just one. You know how the Commodore was. There were so many games out there. This was one that I had on some multi-game disc that I'd cloned from a friend or something, and I just fell in love with it. Always liked this game. You basically got to protect this little core in the center. I've actually recreated this game in Unity and in Godot. If you pull down, you get that little, kind of like a super zapper sort of thing where it kills everything on the screen. You get one of those per level. What a great game. I love this game. I have played this game 1,000,000 times, and the sound is perfect. It looks perfect. It plays perfect. Yeah, this feels exactly like it does on an original C64. My dogs are going nuts over here. Let's see if there's anything else we can look at real fast. I'll try Below the Root, if anybody remembers that game. Another great game. This one, I think, yeah, it's a multi-disc version of this one. So we'll get to test the disc swapping. Goofy. It's getting to be that time of the evening where they get really playful and start wanting attention. Mm-hmm. You want to be on video? Come back there. Look at that. All right. Kind of blown away by the. They did a really good job on the case. It looks fantastic. A little bit of an adhesion problem here, but if it comes off, I'll put some stronger adhesive on it and stick it back down. That's not a huge deal. the label itself looks, I'm looking over at my other one. Yeah, it looks really good. It's super close, if not perfect. Yeah, man, that is spot on. That looks really, really good. Wow. Yeah, they did a good job. Power looks identical. Really hope I can get the mail order monsters working. You know how it is, you know, your first game on a system, or you know whatnot, or at least your first game that you like anyway. All right, so to swap discs, from my understanding, we just up arrow on that, which on the old 1541 was the center button would bring the menu up, and then we just mount to the disc. Oh, and you even hear they give you a sound for swapping the disc. That's kind of funny. That's a nice touch. That when you mount the disc, it automatically drops you out of the menu. I didn't have to touch anything else or do anything else to get out of the menu. So that's a really nice touch. That'll make it really pretty quick to swap discs back and forth. If I had any complaint about it, it would be that this button, the toggling it up, is a little harder than the way these buttons would press, but the position's better because I used to have to reach way back here to reach these buttons, you know, kind of under my blouse here. So I like the position. It would be nice if it was a little easier to push, but it'll be fine. Small thing. Oh. Good old Commodore, right? You're never in the right port. Man, it's been a long time since I played this. This was a great game. I really enjoyed this game a lot. Back in the day. Funny. All right. Well, I mean, that's a look at the C64 Ultimate. I may post some more video on it as I get further into it and learn a little bit more about the settings and kind of what it can do, and if there's anything that like really makes it stand out apart from, you know, an original 64 with a 1541 Ultimate cartridge, or if there's drawbacks. Like I think we've already seen one drawback with the loading of that mail order monsters conversion that was done. And I'll see if I can fix that. I'll post a follow-up on that as well. But other than that, hope you all have a great day.